Sekali lagi ya, jadi sekarang saya akan record terus setiap kali kita belajar biar ketahuan siapa yang ada, siapa yang enggak, siapa yang. Terus kalau misalnya mau lihat lagi materinya, tinggal tonton videonya aja. Oke, so let's just start by having a um, review. Okay, here we go. Okay, so on Monday again, this should be the topic should be mean, median, and mode of a frequency distribution table. So most of the time, if we see a lot of data, you don't see it as a singular data like we did previously. For example, like these, right? So these data are singular data, right? And then you just have a lot of numbers in here, right? So most of the time, if you have got the data, this is what we call a raw data mentah gitu ya. And then we want to calculate the mean, median, mode, quartile, so on. Most of the time, you will make this into a table, yeah, frequency distribution table. Okay, so I have one example for you guys. So here we go. This is the example. So we have a table in which we have, let's say this is, for example, like the outcome. Let's say this is like age of person maybe, and then we have the frequency. So if we write this down as a singular data, it will be something like this: 20, 20, 20, 20, and so on, so on. We have 20, 24 data of 20s, right? So 20, 20, and so on, so on. Right? As you can see here, that this is not practical, right? So if we have this data and then write it down like this is not practical. So again, we normally use a frequency distribution table. So the first thing that I really want you to understand that you know how to read this table. Yeah? You know how to read this table. So this table here, what does this 20 and 24 mean? What is the connection between those two? So that 24 and 24 means that the data are 20, the values of the data is 20, and there are 24 of them. There are 24 of 20. Jadi 20-nya ada 24 gitu. Ya 20, 20, 20. Ini ada 24 biji gitu. So yeah, the same thing with this one. There are 12 of 21s, there are 30s of 20s, 22s, and so on. Yeah. Okay, so back to the question again. Determine the mean, median, lower quartile, upper quartile, and the mode. So the easiest one to determine is, of course, the mode, right? So we can just see the mode is actually the one that has the highest frequency. As you can see that the highest frequency is this guy, right? So which means that the mode is the data, yeah, the data of the one that has a frequency of 30, which is 22. Yeah. Jadi, this is how you determine the mode of frequency distribution table. Okay, so the next one is we have mean, median, lower quartile, and upper quartile. So let's start with the mean first. Okay, so when we want to find out the mean, it means that we need to add another column from this table. We name it with F times X. So what is that? Actually, is the multiplication of these two numbers. So the question is, why do we need to multiply? So remember when we talking about mean, you just adding the values, right? For example, I have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you want to find the mean. The mean is just like adding 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Let's say I have another one. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 3, right? So okay, I'm gonna add something like this, for example, right? Okay, so if you want to find the mean of this data here, right, you just add 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 and so on. But actually, there is another way on how to do that. We can count it like this. If I have two of these, I can write this down as 1 times 2, right? And if I have 4 of these, I can write down 2 times 4. And if I have 5 of these, so I can write down 3 times 5, right? And then you add all of those, right? Add these numbers. So basically, why we're writing down this f times x is actually to find these values. Jadi kenapa sih harus dikali? Karena kita bisa apa itemnya ini. It doesn't have to be 1 plus 1. You can just write 1 times 2. It doesn't have to be 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. You can write down 2 times 4, right? So this is going to be more practical than adding these numbers. What if you have 100 of 2? You don't have to write down 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1. Just write down 2 times 100 because it's the same exact. It will have the same exact answer. So again, the first table, the first column that you're going to add is that f times x. F times x. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, so basically it's just multiplying those two numbers, which are the outcomes and the frequency. So in here we have 20 times 24, that will be 480, right? And we have 21 times 12, that means do I have my calculator? It will be 210 plus 42. 110 plus 42, it's 252. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Where's my calculator? Okay, wait. And then the next one is 22 times 30. That will be 660, right? And the next one is 23 times 14. 23 times 14 equals to 322. And the last one is 24 times 20. That will be 480. Okay, here we go. Okay, so notice that if I want to find the mean, remember, if we have this kind of data, after you need to add them up, right? So this plus this plus this and so on. So the same thing here, we need to add these numbers, the result. Ini saya harus ya. Baik, selesai. Oke, sebentar ya. Lagi sedikit ya. Oke, mana? Okay, so yeah, go on, yeah. So again, we need to add these numbers, right? This 180, 152, 660, 222, and 480. So you can use a calculator to calculate the total. The total is 480 plus 252 plus 660 plus 322 plus 1. That would be 2,194. So we write this down as sigma. Remember, I gave you a notation, right? The formula for we call it mean. We have that sigma. Sigma is actually the total, yeah. Sigma fx means that would be the total of f times x. That will be equal to 2,194. Again, we only need to add all of those numbers. Okay, again, and then we also need the total frequency, right? Because after you add all of these numbers here, right, you're going to divide that by the total number of data. Well, how can we know the total number of data? You only need to add all of these numbers over here, right? So we call it the sigma f, or the total frequency. And sigma f will be equals to 24 plus 12 plus 30 plus 14 plus 20, and that will be 100. Oh, exactly 100. Okay, so the mean, remember in the first session that we have from the, I'm going to show you the, here we go. I'll give you the notation, right? Remember notation for the mean, where is it? Go. We have sigma fx, right? And then n is actually sigma f. It's the same thing actually, yeah? Okay, so we can use this formula here to calculate the mean then. So the mean is equals to the sigma, okay, sigma fx, sigma fx divided by n. N is the same thing as sigma f. Yeah, sigma f. So we have all the numbers there. Again, you only need to put those numbers into the calculator and then you will get the number. But actually this is quite easy because you divide this by 100. So that will be equals to what, 200 and is it? Oh, yeah, 21.9. So you have the value of the mean. Yeah. Okay. Okay, next up is the median, lower quartile, and upper quartile. So when you want to determine the median, lower quartile, upper quartile, you need to make another column on the right side. Right? One more. Oh, here we go. We call it the CF. CF means cumulative frequency. So CF. Yeah? CF means cumulative. Cumulative frequency. If you see from the video that I gave you, the link to the video, the YouTube, it's telling you about this, right? Okay, so this is how you're going to make it. Okay, pay close attention because from my experience, most of students apa namanya, a little bit confused of this. I mean, like sometimes mixed up. Kadang-kadang suka balik-balik. Tolong dilihat. Okay, so when we talk about cumulative frequency, we only need to focus on the frequency. Ya, jadi cuma fokusnya ke sini doang. Ya, yang ini nggak usah dilihat, nggak usah. Ya, so you only need to focus again to the frequency. So this is how you write it down. So the one on the top, the first data that you write down is 24. It's the same exact thing with this one. The same exact value. Yeah. The next one is just add this number here with the one below that, right? Just add this with this one. 24 plus 12 is equals to 36, right? So this is, I'm gonna write down the method on how to do how to get the numbers. So I will get 24 plus 12 equals to 36. Yeah. Okay, next up, again, just add that with the frequency after that, which is 30. So you add that 36 with 30. So 36 plus 30 equals to 66. Again, add them again with the frequency after that, which is 14. So 66 plus 14 will be equals to 80. And then add it again with the last one, 80 plus 20 is equals to 100. So notice that when you get the final number in here, it needs to be the same with the total frequency. Yeah? If it's not the same, you might miscalculate something. Yeah, so I'm gonna highlight that. So this is what we're looking for here. Okay, again, like I said before, again, this needs to be the same with this guy. If it's not the same, you might miscalculate something. Yeah? Okay, so I'm going to tell you what does that mean. What does those numbers mean? That 24, 36, 66, 80, and 100. Okay, so the first one is that 24. So as you can see that 24. Okay. So this reads that how to read this is it that data number 1 until data number 24 is 20. Data number 1 until data number 24 is 20. So again, like I said before, in the first time, this if I write this down as a singular data, I will write it down like this, right? 20, 20, 20, 20, and so on, so on, so on, until I have 24 data. So which means that data number 1, data number 2, data number 3, data number 4, and so on, so on, so on, until data number 24 is all of them are 20, right? So we can read that 24 in here. Okay. 24 in here. Oops. This guy, right? As data number 1 until data number 24 is 20. So if I ask you, What is data number 16? It's 20, right? Because it's in here. Data number 1, data number 2, data number 3, number 4, number 5, and so on, so on, until data number 24. That's one. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one, this 36. Okay, okay. So maybe I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask Polly. Polly, what do you think that? How can we? What do you think this 36 means?
That 36. It means that it's 21. It goes from data number 25 until 36.
Okay, nice, very good. Yes. Okay, mantap. Yeah. Okay, guys, because we know that data number 1 until number 24 is 20, means that the next data will be data number 25, right? So, which means that data number 25 until 36 is 21. Right? Okay, so we really need to understand this, okay? Because this is going to be very crucial for you to understand where will we get the median and then the quartiles and yeah, and then quartiles, yeah? And so on, so on. So I'm gonna write down all of these. So this one is going to be data number 37 because we end up with 36. So the next data will be data number 37. Data number 37 until 66 is 22. And we have another one, it's data number 67 because we end up with 66. So data number 67 until 80 is 23. And the last one is data number 81. Data number 81 until 100 is 24. Okay, so again, really need to understand how to read the table. Okay, so if we know how to read it, now we can determine where's the median, where's the lower quartile, and where's the upper quartile. And then we can see that we have 100 data. So your focus on finding the median and the quartiles are this over here, the what they call the total frequency, because we know that we have a total data of the total data is 100, right? So since we know that median is actually is the middle value, right? In the middle of that. So where do you think is the what number of data is the median? Riku, what do you think?
Yeah.
Riko, kira-kira data keberapa mediannya? Mediannya itu di data keberapa?
Oh, data keberapa mediannya? Mediannya kan 21,94. Berarti itu di antara dua.
Itu min. Bentar, itu min. Saya ngomongin median. Median. Bukan min. Median itu
bukan
kan,
min, sabar, median.
Data median itu kan nilai tengah ya, in the middle ya. Kalau kita punya 100 data, ya 100 data nomor 1 sampai 100, data keberapa tengah-tengahnya?
37 sampai 66 yang 22.
37 sampai 66. Kenapa kamu bisa bilang di situ?
Karena kan 50 ada di tengah-tengah, 37 sampai 66 di bawah 66 dan di atas 33.
Ya, yang saya minta sebenarnya adalah yang data ke 50 yang kamu sebutkan ya. Jadi gini guys, so because we know that the median is the middle gitu kan, ini kan middle kan. Middle data itu kan harusnya ya tengah-tengahnya gitu kan. Nah, tengah-tengahnya kan dari 100 adalah 50 gitu. Data number 50. But actually it's not data number 50. Actually it's data number 50 and 51. Okay. Yang tahu kenapa bukan data 50 doang?
Because it's an even number, the total amount of frequency.
Yeah, benar banget. Thank you again. Yeah. So, because again, remember guys, if you have an even number of data, there will be like two medians, not two medians. Actually, the median is like in the middle of two values. For example, if I have let's say 3, 3, 5, 7, 7, and 8, right? The median is here, right? It's here. it means that this data and this data, you add them up and then you divide it by 2, right? Because we have even number of data. Ini kan ada 6 ya, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gitu ya. The same thing with this guy. We have 100 data. 100 is an even number. So it's not just data number 50, but data number 50 and 51. Gitu ya. Jadi ada 2. So data number 50 and 51 and then divided by 2. And tadi benar kata Riko, right? So where is data number 50? It's here, ya nggak? Data nomor 37 sampai 66 tuh ada di situ, gitu. Berarti data ke-50, data ke-51 juga ada di situ. Ya, so which means that the median is data 50 and 51, yeah, added and then divided by 2, yeah, and divide by 2. Okay, guys. Okay, so I can write this down as median is equals to data number 50 is 22. Data number 51 is also 22. Kebetulan sama ya. And divided by 2, that will be equal to 20. So this is going to be the median. Ya, jadi ini agak sedikit lumayan nih mencernanya ya. Ya, sekali lagi kenapa harus saya ulang ya, kenapa ada 2 begini 50 dan 51? Karena ini even number of data. Ya, kalau misalnya gitu, ini datanya ada 101, nah itu baru tengah-tengahnya itu adalah data ke-51. 51 ya, ya 51. Cuma ada satu langsung aja ambil data ke-51 selesai. Tapi karena ini even number of data ini, ya kan? Nah berarti itu nanti data ke-50 sama depannya 50 sama 51. And then we know that data number 50 and 51 is in here. Ya, because data number 37, 38, 39, 40, and so on, itu adalah jadi kebetulan sama ya. Oke, thank you. Kiko Ega Eki. Riko Ega. Kok Kiko nih salah tuh? Maaf ya Riko. Duh, saya masih pusing ya. Okay, next. The next one is upper and lower quartile ya. Lower quartile itu kan quartile 1 ya. So basically, we don't need anything. We don't need to do anything with the table again because we have this as our help for determining the quartiles. Okay, so let's go to the quartiles. Okay, now previously we have 100 data. I'm gonna illustrate for you guys. So previously we have 100 data. What? First data under 100, and then we know that the median is in here, right? Data number 50 and data number 51 divided by 2. So we still have 50 data over here and also 50 data over here, right? So another question, how can we determine the lower and the upper quartile? What data? Maksudnya data keberapa untuk kuartal 1 sama kuartal 3? Saya mau tanya ke Anin dulu. Anin, what do you think for quartile 1? Kalau tadi kan 50-51 gitu ya, we have data nomor 50 sama 51 kan di tengah-tengah gitu ya. Right? So kuartal 1 itu kan berarti kita cuma fokusnya ke sini aja. Right? Tengah-tengahnya itu berapa nih? Data berapa? Anin.
1 ke 49.
49 udah di sini loh. Saya minta tengah-tengahnya doang nih. Ah, tengah-tengahnya data berapa nih? What do you think? Kalau tadi Riko mungkin langsung ya 100 bagi 2, 50 gitu kan, karena dibagi 2. Nah sekarang kalau kita datanya di sini. Di sini. Tengah-tengah ini data keberapa? Mana? Ada yang mau coba like? Ya, kayaknya Ken mau coba nih. Ken dulu ya, Ken tadi dah. Ken boleh Ken dulu deh. Ken, boleh.
25.
25. But is it 25?
No. 21.
No, because is it even number of data or odd number of data?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like 25 and 26.
Yes, it's 25 and 26. Ya gitu ya. Gimana Nin? Paham nggak maksudnya? Paham ya, tengah-tengahnya ya. Kan kita tahu ya, ini kan data 1 sampai 50 kan. Kalau kita mau bagi 2 ya 50 bagi 2 aja gitu kan. 50 bagi 2 kan 25 gitu kan. Nah, tapi ya guys, Hati-hati, because this is an even number of data, so this middle here is not just 25, it's 25 and 26, yeah? This is 25, and this is data number 25 and data number 26. And then, again, we do the same thing like we do with the media. We add the data number 25 and data number 26, and then you divide it by 2, okay? Oke, sekarang saya mau ke Reza. Reza, what is data number? What is the value of data number 25 and number 26?
21.
21. Both of them 21 or is it different?
25 and 26.
Nah, sama-sama 21 apa ada yang beda? Data ke 25, 21. Betul.
Oh, iya benar.
Iya benar ya.
Sama.
Ya, jadi dua-duanya data ke 25 sama ke 26 sama-sama 21. Dari mana lihatnya? Dari sini. Nih, ya kan? Data nomor 25 ya 21. Data nomor 26 juga di sini kan? 21 juga. Oh, berarti which means that we can determine the first quartile is actually data number data satu saja ya, data number 25 plus data number 26 divided by 2. So data number 25 is 21, and data number 26 is also 21 divided by 2. Then you also get 21. So this is going to be the lower quartile. Ya, oke, Reza, thank you. Next, saya mau ke Atar. Tar, kuartil 3 jadi gimana nih? Data keberapa nih di sini?
75 and 76.
Yes, 75 and 76. Okay, very good. Yeah. So the easiest way to do this, guys, is just like multiply this by 3, ya kan? Kalau 5 kali 3, 75. Dapat. Nah, gitu. Kali 3 aja. Ini kan 3 nih. Ya kan? Kuartil 3. Ini kali 3 aja. Cara cepatnya gitu ya. Kali 3 aja langsung. Oh iya, dapat. Karena because this is an even number of data ya. Makanya ada 2 begini. Now, saya mau ke Tristan, what is the value of data number 75 and 76?
75 and 76.
Yeah.
Data number apa tadi? Data number 75 and 76.
Yeah, what is the value of data number 75 and 76?
It's tunggu sebentar. 75 76. Berarti bentar ya.
Ya, saya tunggu. Itu benar.
Wait Pak, gimana sih cara? Aku forgot lagi 75. Aku lupa lagi Pak. Gimana?
Oke.
Help me, aku lupa lagi.
Oke, saya ulang ya. Nih, ini kalau saya tanya misalnya data ke 27 berapa nilainya? Data ke 27 nilainya 21. Kenapa nih ya? Ya kan? Ini kan data ke 25, data ke 26, data ke 27 sampai dengan data ke 36 adalah 21. Nah, sekarang saya mau tanya, data ke 75 dan 76 itu berapa?
Data ke 75 dan ke 76.
Ya.
Berarti kalau tengah apa itu 25 36 is 21 kan? So that means apa itu namanya tadi? Wait, gimana sih tadi? Ulangin, aku jadi confused.
Oke, saya ulang lagi ya.
Oke, ulangin.
Oke, saya ya. Nih, apa sih fungsinya angka-angka ini dia nih?
Oke.
Nih, yang pertama 24 artinya data ke 1 sampai 24 karena mulai dari 1.
Iya.
Lanjutnya adalah data ke berapa? Nah, ini kan selesai kita data 24 ya.
Iya.
Berarti yang bawahnya mulainya dari 25 gitu kan?
Iya, tambahin 1 ya.
Nah, 25. Oh, berarti data ke 25 sampai ke 36 adalah 21. Misalnya saya tanya, data ke 30 berapa? Ya 21 karena 30 ada di sini. Gitu. Nah, saya ulang lagi. Misalnya saya tanya, data ke 40 ada di mana? Ada di sini.
Iya.
Kenapa dari data ke 37 sampai dengan data ke 266 adalah 22? Sekarang saya ulang pertanyaannya ya. What is the value of data number 35 and 36? Silakan.
35. Wait, 35.
Pertanyaan data
75.
number 75 and
Ya,
76.
Ya, 75 sama 76. Aku nge-calculate aja gitu, Pak.
Enggak usah dikalkulate, kamu tinggal lihat tabelnya doang.
75. Oh, tunggu.
75 ada di mana? Di sini, di sini, ini. Mana?
Antara si 67 sama 81 situ tuh.
Ya,
Berat.
81, 80.
Iya, 81. Iya, apa 81?
80 aja, 80 sampai sini.
Oh, 80. Oh ya, ada 80
ya.
yang lihat.
Jadi berapa nilainya?
Berarti nilainya tuh diapain kalau gitu? Kalau
Nggak usah, tinggal dilihat aja.
ya, aku lagi lihat ya.
Dilihat aja. Ini dia nih tuh.
23 gitu.
Iya.
Tetap aja walaupun kalau di dalam bilangnya 23.
Iya, 23 gitu ya. Saya ulang ya. Jadi kalau saya tanya, what is the value of data number 75? Ya 23 gitu. Ini value-nya ini. Gitu. Ya. Karena apa data 75
berarti
itu
tetap
dari
aja
sini.
kalau walaupun di dalam situ Pak, antara range-nya tuh Pak. Jadi kalau misalnya 67 sama 80 juga berarti 23, tapi kalau juga misalnya 68 atau kayak berapa gitu, 79 tetap aja 23 gitu.
Iya, betul.
Oh.
Sekarang ya, ini 67 sampai 80 itu maksudnya apa? Maksudnya data ke 67 sampai dengan data ke 80 nilainya.
Ya, aku ngerti Pak.
Gitu ya. Nah, data ke 67, data ke 68, 69, 70 dan seterusnya sampai 80 adalah 23. Nah, selanjutnya data ke 81 baru dia 24 gitu.
Oh iya, oke.
Gitu ya. Ya, yang lain juga sama ya, guys. Kalau diperhatiin sekali lagi, makanya ini penting banget kamu ngerti cara baca tabelnya ya. So, because we know that data number 75 and 76, both of them kebetulan sama gitu ya, sama-sama 23. Oh, berarti kuartal 3-nya ya udah, berarti saya ulang ya di sini ya. So, we are adding data number 75 and data number 76 and then divided by 2. So, coincidentally that they are the same. So, 23 plus 23 divided by 2, that will also be equals to 23. So you get the final answer. This is the upper quartile. Oke, nah itu di videonya kalau nggak salah nggak dijelasin ya tentang upper and lower quartile. Tapi we have the same concept kok. Jadi konsepnya sama. Cuman kalau median ya tengah-tengah, kalau quartile itu ya tinggal dibagi dua aja sebelah kiri sama sebelah kanan. Tapi the one that I really need to be careful is that you need to understand that when we have even number of data and odd number of data, it will be a little bit different on how we take the middle value of the data, the middle value of the quartiles. Oke, lanjut ya. Kayaknya hari ini saya nggak mau ke topik berikutnya deh, karena ini masih ada beberapa yang belum paham Pak. Oke, saya kasih satu lagi ya, satu tampil lagi aja deh. Ya, kayaknya mau banyak-banyak dulu lah hari ini. Saya stop share dulu ya sebentar ya guys. Saya mau ambil dulu filenya. Sebentar, otomatis kudasai. Yame kudashi. Itu lagu apa sih? Lagu TikTok Pak. Oh my god, TikTok. Otomatis kudasai. Bentar ya. Saya putuskan untuk kita hari ini nggak ngebahas yang materi selanjutnya, kita bahas materi yang dia dulu. Karena kemarin emang saya belum jelasin sih. Ini kenapa mau saya error ini? Oh, my mouse. Hello. Again. Wait, otomatis. Aduh, mana? Aduh, kenapa sih? Error guys, my. Yeah, well. Harusnya hari ini kita ngomongin group frequency table, tapi ini dulu aja. Nah, saya pengen matengin dulu yang ini. Nah, kalau ini udah matang baru kita ke group frequency table. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna share screen again. Here we go. Okay, I have another table here, and again, we're going to calculate the mean, median, mode, and then the quartiles, yeah, the lower and the upper quartiles. So let's start from the easiest part, is the mode. Again, the mode is the value in which we have the highest frequency, okay? I'm going to start from Alvin. Alvin, what do you think is the mode?
Hah?
Ya, modenya apa? Modus. Perlu saya jelasin ulang nggak apa-apa, saya jelasin ulang. Kalau mau dijelasin, gimana? Oke.
Iya, saya agak lupa sih tadi.
Jelasin lagi ya. Oke, saya ulang ya, Kak ya. So for this one, the mode is 22. Why is it 22? So this 22 has the highest frequency. Lihat deh ini angka ini. Ya kan, mana yang paling besar? Ini kan 30 kan? Oh, berarti modenya adalah yang ini. Gitu, Vin. Gimana, Vin? Oke ya, saya balik lagi ke tabel yang ini ya. Oke, kalau yang ini berarti gimana? Berapa?
5.
Iya, 5, betul. Nah, ya, save. Ya. So again, guys, mode is very easy because we don't need to calculate anything. We only need to see where is the data in which it has the highest frequency. The highest frequency from this table is this guy, right? This is the highest frequency, which is 10, which means that the mode is just 5. Gitu ya, gampang kan? Yes. Lanjut. And then we go to the next one, which is the mean. Okay, so again, the mean, we have that formula, which is the sigma f times x over the sigma f, or the n, same thing. So we need to make another like a column, a table, another row and column, which is going to, I'm going to write down f times x. So the mark is actually the x, is the same thing. So we only need to multiply all of these numbers. 0 times 3, right? 0 times 3 to 0. And then 1 times 4 equals to 4. And then 2 times 3, ini kok nggak pas ya? Oke, nggak pas. Nggak apa-apa. Nggak ke atas dikit. Saya gambar garisnya dulu deh, biar... Nah, gitu ya. Ya enak ya. Aduh, nggak pas lagi, mau ya. Gimana ya. Saya tidak berbakat menggambar garis lurus tanpa penggaris. Itu mungkin bisa jadi kelebihan nanti di Got Talent ya. Ini ya sih. Ada acara Got Talent lagi, mungkin kalian bisa menjadi talentnya adalah menggambar garis lurus tanpa penggaris. Nah, atau masukin muri. Nah. Okay, so let's start. We have 1 times 4 equals to 4. 2 times 3 equals to 6. 3 times 7 equals to 21. So the numbers are quite small, so it's kind of easy to calculate. This is 32. 5 times 10 is equal to 50. And 6 times 5 equals to 30. And 7 times 2 equals to 14. 8 times 3 equals 24. 9 times 2 equals 18. And the last one is 10 times 3 equals to 0. Okay, here we go. So after you get all of these values by multiplying the f and the x, right? So you need to total. You need to find total. So here we have the sigma f x. So the one that you add are these. Okay, so the one that I marked here. The result here is just like this, and then you only need to calculate that. I'm gonna move my calculator with me. 10 plus 21, 10 plus 21 plus 32 plus 50 plus 30 plus 14 plus 24 plus 18 plus 30, and that will be 229. Ini pakai kalkulator ya guys. Soalnya takutnya kalau kalian itu manual, bisa aja kalian atur manual, tapi like there is a chance that you mistaken and total. Ya. Saya sarankan pakai apa? Okay. And then the next one we have the f. So we find the sigma f in here. So sigma f, again, it's just adding all of these numbers, right? So the total number of that, we have 3 plus 4 plus 3 is 10, 17. 17 plus 8 is 25. 25 plus 15 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 is equal to 50. Okay. Okay. So which means that this is going to be 229 divided by 50. That's it. Okay, 229 divided by 50 is going to be equals to 4.5. Okay. So again, finding the median, the mean is just like making another table on the right side. Just multiply the value and the frequency, and after that you just add them up. Okay, Okay, next up is the median and the quartiles. Again, we need to make another table, a continuation of the table. Go in column here. Let's make that. I'm gonna name it with CF. Again, I don't need to write down the method. Yeah, you know how to add them. Okay, so maaf ya gambarnya nggak ada. Aduh. Okay. As I have mentioned before, guys, you only need to, when you want to fill that CF, cumulative frequency, you only need to focus on the frequency. Yeah? You don't need to see the marks or the FX. So I'm going to write down CF, cumulative frequency. So the first value will be equal to 3, this guy. And the next number will be just add that 3 with 4, which is going to be 7. Add that with 3, you get 10. Add with 7, you get 17. Add with 8, you get 25. Add with 10, you get 35. Add with 5, you get 40. Add with 2, you get 42. Add with 3, you get 45. Add with 2 again, you get 47. And that's equal to 50. Like I said before, again, you need to check whether your answer is going to be correct by checking is this number is equal to this one. If it's the same, then you're probably most likely will be okay. I mean, like it's yeah, the data will be okay. But if it's not the same, then you might miscalculate something in the calculation. Yeah. Okay, now do the same thing. I don't need to write down how it reads because we have done that before. I'm going to go to Abin. Abin, if we have 50 data, what is the data for the median? Abin, bisa jawab saya tidak? Oh, nge-lag ya. Nah, yang biasa tanya Andin dulu deh, Andin, we have 50 data. Question is, what data is the median? Data keberapa? Gimana, Andin? Apakah Andin nge-lag juga? Baca nge-lag ya. Oh, Andin nge-lag juga. Kemal deh, Kemal. Kemal kayaknya nggak tahu. Gimana, Kemal?
Atau ke 25, Pak.
Ya, apakah 25 benar? Ini even atau?
Antara 25 sama 26.
Iya, benar, Kemal. Mantap sekali. Yes. 25 and 26, ya. And then the next question, Kemal. Masih di Kemal. Data ke-25 values-nya berapa? Nilainya berapa? Data ke-25. Oke, lihatnya dari sini ya. Misalnya saya di sini nih misalnya. Ini bacanya adalah data ke-8 sampai data ke-10. Dari mana saya dapat 8? Karena ini kan selesainya di data ke-7. Berarti ini mulainya dari data ke-8. Data ke-8 sampai data ke-10 adalah 2. Gitu. Kayak gitu ya cara bacanya. Nah sekarang saya mau tanya masih di Kemal. Kemal, untuk data ke-25, berapa nilainya?
Ke berapa? Ke-5.
Berapa?
Ke berapa? Gak tahu, Pak.
Gak tahu. Ya, gak tahu, Pak. Oke, yang tahu siapa? Angkat tangan. Reza. Ya, Reza nggak tahu. Ya, Reza. Ya, ya.
4 bukan, Pak?
4. Sebentar. Iya benar 4 ya di sini ya. Ya enggak? Ini kan bacanya berarti data ke-18 sampai data ke-25, benar ya? Ini nih. 18 dari mana, Pak? Ya, setelah 17 18 gitu ya. Nah, benar ya Reza ya. Sip, ya. Oke. Saya lanjutin ya. 4. Thank you. Reza boleh lanjut nggak? Kalau data ke-26, apakah 4 juga?
Lima, Pak. Ada data
5.
25.
Iya benar ya. 5. Nah, ini makanya saya bilang hati-hati. Kalau even number of data, gitu ada 50 data. Berarti tengah-tengahnya itu bukan data ke-25 doang, tapi data ke-25 dan 26. Nah, ini kebetulan untuk ini dia datanya beda. Data ke-25 sama data ke-26 tuh values-nya beda. Lihatnya dari mana? Nih tadi ya, Data bilang, oh di sini Pak, ini 25. Kenapa? Karena ini 4 ini adalah data ke-18 sampai 25. Sekali lagi, 18 dapat dari mana? Ya setelah 17, setelah 17 18. Nah, berarti which means that this 35 means that it's data number 26 until 35. Gitu ya. Karena setelah 25 ya 26. Ya. Maka dari itu dia data ke-26-nya bukan lagi 4 tapi 5. Dibagi 2 jadilah 4,4.5. This is the mean. Oke, nice. Oke, tadi ada Alvin, ada Reza, ada Kemal ya. Oke, lanjut ya. Oke, now we're going to go to the quartiles. Nah, tadi saya udah punya ini, saya pindahin ke bawah dulu ya. Ini biar nggak terlalu. Saya pindahin dulu ke bawah sedikit. Okay. Now, we have split this into 2 equal parts, okay? On the left side, we have 25 data, and on the right side, we also have 25 data. Remember that if we split that with the median, it means that the number of data on the left side and on the right side will be the same. Kalau sebelah kiri ada 25 data, sebelah kanan juga harus ada 25 data. Maka dari itu, median itu dia membagi data jadi 2 bagian yang sama, gitu ya. Oke? Okay? So, I'm gonna go back to Anin maybe ya. Tadi Anin karena jauh. Oke, tadi Anin nih. Quartile 1 jadinya di data keberapa nih ya? Berarti fokusnya ke sebelah kiri aja nih. Ini aja nih. Oke. Tengah-tengahnya berapa nih?
Hmm. 12.
12. Oke. 12 ya. Saya mau tulis angka 1 sampai 25 terus kita lihat apakah 12 beneran di tengah atau tidak ya. Kita buktikan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nya dulu banyak. 20, 21, 22, 23. Banyak. 23, 24, atas lagi. 25. Saya pinggir sedikit aja. Oke. Ntar saya kasih tahu cara cepatnya ya. Ini saya pengen kasih tahu dulu. Oke, apakah beneran 12 itu tengah-tengahnya atau bukan? Oke, let's see. If I choose the 12 is in the middle, okay. Saya masih di Anin ya. Anin, how many data do I have on the left side of 12? Berapa banyak data? Baik. Ini ada berapa banyak? Iya 11. Oke, kalau sebelah kanan ada berapa banyak? Bapak komando aja itu sih tahu. Jadi 13. Berapa? 13 ya? Apa 12? 6, 7, 8, 13 ya? Berarti nggak imbang dong. Kan harus sama kalau kita split bagi 2. Berarti gimana dong, Min? Apakah tetap 12 tengah-tengahnya?
In the middle of 12 and 13.
In the middle of, okay. So if we take in the middle, okay. Kalau kita ambil in the middle here, so it means that we will get 12 data on the left side, but we still have 13 data on the right side. Zaidan, silakan.
13, Pak.
13, kenapa 13 bukan 12 atau tengah-tengah?
Karena dua-duanya punya 12 angka sendiri-sendiri.
Iya, betul ya. Nah, terus balik lagi nih ya. Ini kan odd number of data, benar nggak sih? Odd kan? 25 itu kan ganjil ya nggak sih? Gitu. Tadi kenapa kalau yang tadi harus di tengah-tengah begini? Itu kalau datanya genap nih. 50 kan genap ya, makanya dia ada 2 nih, 25 sama 26. Gitu. Tapi kalau dia datanya odd, satu aja diambil, yaitu yang mana ini kebetulan. Kalau 13 di sini berarti sebelah sini ada 12 data, sebelah sini juga persis ada kan. Sebelah sini gitu ya, maaf, sampai 14 ya, itu udah 12 data juga. Jadi ini tengah-tengahnya nih. Nah, exactly in the middle, gitu ya. Dapat gambarannya ini ya. Oke? Iya, gitu ya. Saya mau jelasin sedetail mungkin ya. Saya nggak mau ke materi selanjutnya dulu. Ini dulu ya. Oke, saya hapus. So, tapi kita ada cara cepet loh sebenarnya. Nah, ini saya kasih tahu cara cepetnya. Tapi yang penting ngerti dulu ya, maksudnya tuh apa gitu. Ya, oke. Sekali lagi ya. Actually, when we want to determine data keberapa, itu tinggal lihat begini. For the first one, if you want to find the median, you only need to add the total data with 1 and then divide it by 2. Add it with 1 and then divide it by 2. So 50, right? This is 50, right? And then add it with 1 divided by 2, you will get 25.5. 25.5 is in here, right? Ya kan? 25 sama 26 tengah-tengahnya berapa sih? 25,5 kan? Ya nggak? Nih itu mediannya. Ya. Nah, sekarang kita pengen, sebentar ya guys, ini telepon. Sebentar ya guys, saya ada telepon. Saya mute dulu ya, sebentar. Oke, lanjut. Teleponnya mati. Oke, so again, because ya, karena tadi kan yang sampai 50 gitu ya. Ini datanya kan sebenarnya dari 2 gitu ya. Di mana data ke 1 sampai 25 itu ada di sebelah kiri, data ke 26 sampai ke dengan ke 50 ada di sebelah kanan. Nah, it means that when we want to find the quartile, kita pengen tahu data ke berapa, berarti kita pertama fokusnya cuma ada di sini doang, ya kan? Nah, gitu kan total datanya ada 25 ya, terus pengen tahu data ke berapa sih kuartal satunya. Nah, karena kita punya total 25 data, maka kuartal satunya data untuk kuartal 1 adalah 25 tambah 1, saya ulang ya, tinggal ditambah 1 dibagi 2. 25 tambah 1, 26, bagi 2. Nah, ini dia 30. Tadi ya. Nah, ini data, ini terserah ya mau ditulis apa enggak, tapi enak juga sih. So, ini 13 tuh bukan lower quartal, tapi data untuk kuartal 1-nya, bukan values-nya ya. Nah, ini harus penting banget. Data ke-13, bukan 13, tapi data ke-13. Nah, sekarang kita tinggal lihat data ke-13 tuh berapa di tabelnya. Silakan, saya pengen ke yang nggak nge-lag. Saya mau ke Zio deh, Zio. What is the value of data number 13?
The value is 3.
3, okay. When do you get that?
Because the column which, wait a second. So because it says 17, so from 10 to 17 it's 3.
Okay, almost correct. Is it from 10 till 17?
Oh, from 11 to 17.
Yes, okay, thank you, dear. Yes, it is correct, yeah. So it's from 11, yeah, it's not from 10, because again, it's ended in here, and data values of 2 ended in data number 10. So data number 10 is 2, but the next data, which is data number 11, is 3. So in here, we can read this as data number 11 until data number 17. So because we're searching for data number 13, and it is in here, so the data number 13 will be 3. So that quartile 1 will be equals to 3. Yeah, ini from the table ya, tulisnya from the table. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Okay, next up. Ini Pires sama Fami lagi pakai kacamata apa itu ya? Kalian, saya juga mau, kayaknya pengen kacamata itu. Capek deh. Oke, saya lanjut ya. Yang belum saya tanya Vira berarti, karena Vira pakai kacamata keren ya. Vira, next question is for you. Okay. So we know that data here we have 13 ya tadi ya. What about if we have this guy in here, in the middle of 26 and 50? Di antara dua itu. Okay. Saya punya shortcut lagi ya sebenarnya. Tadi dapatan 13 ini, sebenarnya itu tinggal tambahin dua angka ini terus dibagi dua. Ini ada shortcut lagi. Kalau kita nyari tengah-tengah, itu tinggal tambahin yang paling kanan sama yang paling kiri terus bagi dua. Itu cara nyari tengah-tengah. Kalau kita nanti ngomongin geometri ya, kita belum ngomongin. Tambahin bagi dua. Oke, sekarang saya mau ke Vira. Vira, pakai cara yang sama. Tambahin bagi dua. Berapa, Vira? Silakan, guys.
Wait, apa? Ulang tadi aku lagi.
Iya, nggak didengerin. Oke, saya ulang ya. Tadi dapetin 13 ini. Ya, salah satu shortcutnya adalah kamu tinggal tambahin ini dengan ini, terus dibagi dua.
Iya.
Nah, sama dengan yang sebelah sini. Berarti kalau saya mau cari tengah-tengah ini, saya tinggal tambahin ini dengan ini, terus dibagi dua. Berapa hasilnya?
Hold on.
Okay, you can use the calculator. Remember, guys, I told you time and time again. Get your calculator
38,
ready.
is it?
Berapa?
Or am I?
Berapa?
38.
38.
Yeah.
Okay, 38. Okay, so 50 plus 26 if you divided by 2, you get 76. Yeah, divided by 2. 76 divided by 2 is equal to 38. Benar nggak? Benar. Ya, okay. So we're looking for data number 38. Kita cari data ke 38. Benar ya? Berapa ya? Ya, 70 bagi 35. 35 tambah 3 ya. Oke, masih di Vira. Vira, what is the value of data number 38? From the table. From this table. Gimana? Oh iya, terus 6 ya. Ya, 6. Betul sekali. Yes. Kenapa 6? Sekali lagi ya, guys. Because in here this 40 means that it is data number 36 until 40. Again, what do we get this 36? Because the data before is ended at data 35. So we're going to start from data number 36. Now, data number 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 is there. So which means that the quartile 3 will be equals to the data 36. So quartile 3 is equals to, again, this is from the table. Oke, paham ya? Paham lah. Kalau nggak paham ya tanya aja. Tanya lagi saya. Oke, tolong ini dipahami baik-baik ya, karena nanti we're going to do the project. And you're going to calculate something like this. You're going to make a table. You're going to collect data and make a tables and then find a mean, median, mode, quartile, so on. Yeah. So please, again, if you're still confused, it's okay. I'm going to help you. Just ask me. I'm going to make a video maybe if you're still confused, and then you can just see the video later on. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing here. Nope. Okay, and again, guys, like I said before, I am going to record every time we have a lesson, and I'm going to upload that into my YouTube, and then I'm going to post the link in Edmodo. So anytime you want to see it, just click on the button and just see the videos in the YouTube. Yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing. Ini saya screen ini kelihatan siapa yang ada, siapa yang let's stop dulu.